Okay, we're going into the abyss. I think we're in the housewares section. Most of it looks used. Oh boy, got to back out his bike. Hey! The kids are always fun. Uh-oh. You could spend hours wandering around. And then when you stop for a chai or a snack, everybody wants to talk to you, they want to take a picture. They don't speak English, you get the country. USA, and then their eyes open up like dinner plates. Pretty sure they have same opinion of us as same opinion that we promulgate on the television in Pakistan, about Pakistan. Yeah, it's probably not a very well-deserved reputation at this point anymore, but they did have 20 years of things going boom everywhere. That's kind of died down. Pretty good selection of socks. I don't even know why I packed socks and underwear. I could have just bought them and threw them away here. They're so cheap. 3 pairs of socks for 100 rupees. That wouldn't even be $1. That would be maybe 50 cents. You can see the threat level here is like 0.
Rawalpindi क्या वजह हुई है? उसकी वजह ये है कि
Yeah, yesterday I was taking a motorcycle taxi. Right about the time the call to prayer cranked up, and the driver stopped for about 30 seconds, put his hands out, did a little prayer, fired it back up, and off we went. So this isn't a place when the call to prayer cranks up that everybody disappears. No, pretty much life goes on. And I think you see the more devout people head off to the masjid, but generally things keep rolling. So I'm walking around in a bazaar in Rawalpindi. It's kind of a sister city to Islamabad. You won't find this in Islamabad. You find shopping malls where every sign in the mall is in English. Everybody in the mall speaks English. It was like walking around in America yesterday. They had Hardee's, McDonald's, KFC, plus a whole bunch of homegrown food chains. You know, it was interesting to an extent, but I don't even go to the mall in the U.S. So, anyway, there you have that. And everybody pretty much spoke English. A bunch of kids came over. They wanted to share my table. Next thing I know, the kid was, young boy was trying to feed me his McNuggets. Clothing. Got some chow. They're pretty much into potatoes here. Pretty crazy how cheap everything is here, and a dollar goes a long way. You get 279 rupees for a dollar out of the ATM. You get about 270 when you change at a currency shop. Problem here is not that many ATMs take foreign cards. 2 days ago, an ATM stole my card. Luckily, it was attached to a bank. And I went in and whipped out my passport and got interrogated, and then they went and opened the machine and gave me my card back. That was a pretty shitty feeling, but we've got multiple contingencies, so I bring plenty of cash in the event something like that would happen. Plus, you can always go online in Western Union yourself some money. Go down to Western Union, get cash, so multiple ways to skin a cat. Let's go down in here. We got the chai delivery man. Hello. We're going to walk through here and see what's going on. Always an interesting. Hello. Always interesting here. Hi, how are you?
I am fine.
So it always is a bit of a shocker. Sometimes you expect nobody speaking English, and then the next thing you know, these people come out of the woodwork and start rapping with you. So I think we're just about back out at the main street. It's a good place if you need to stock up your kitchen. Okay, that's probably enough of me talking. I'm not that interesting to begin with, so. Yeah, I'll tell another anecdote. I guess this beard works to an extent, and that was all part of growing it out since I knew I was coming here, but I get a lot of folks come up and ask me in the course of a very short conversation if I'm Muslim. And I say no. They say, oh, you're Christian. So, interesting thing is I don't really tell them I'm not a big religion guy, because if you probably told them that, their head would explode. They don't understand the concept of that. In their mind, you're either Muslim or you're Christian. Which, you know, that's fine. I don't begrudge anybody for what they believe. But this is a Haveli. I came back here to take a picture of that. You know, this is not really even very chaotic. I should have did some filming in Lahore. I'll probably go on the way out to India. I'll stop in Lahore for a few days. Most likely go back to the walled city. There is it's a crazy town in there. This is pretty controlled. This is one of those places where you can go all day and you won't see a foreigner. The interesting part of it is here you don't, you know, after I've been here now 2 weeks, so I kind of got an idea what things cost that I buy on a daily basis. But the interesting thing here about Pakistan, it's one of the few countries where you don't really have to ask the price of anything, because these people are going to charge you the same price they charge everybody else. They don't really have a concept of gringo tax in your ass. It's not like India, where traveling there is kind of a struggle because you spend half your day arguing to even get like close to the price, and you never get close to the price. This also reminds me of Bangladesh in the way that, you know, you don't ask the price because they're going to charge you the same price as they charge everybody else, which is kind of refreshing. But they're struggling to build a tourist industry here. They got a long way to go, and it's going to take them a bit. Plus, they think they're doing you a favor. There's a lot of cities when you go to them, as soon as you check in the hotel, within about 30 minutes, the local police show up, and they're all friendly and everything. But in their mind, they want to provide you security so you have a good visit, so you feel safe, even though there's like zero threat in the area. They feel like they're doing a good thing, but most people who travel like me, they don't want any controls on their existence. They just want to go do whatever. And so that's a little bit of a problem. I was in Jhelum, a little smaller town, and police showed up. They told me they were going to escort me around. Next thing I know, I said, well, I'm going to go out and walk around. And they said, well, okay. There'll be a police officer following you. He won't bother you. Stay out of your way. So I'm walking around, and they never sent anybody. And then the next day I took a car out to the fort that I wanted to see. They told me I'd have an escort. And then that never materialized. So that was good. I didn't want it, didn't need it. But Jhelum is a city where all my research is that they don't do escorts there. Islamabad, you won't get one. Lahore, you won't get one. And so tomorrow I'm taking the train, moving on to Peshawar. That's been dicey over there recently. It's like you're not sure if you're going to get an escort or you're not going to get an escort. So I was talking to some folks who just recently been to Peshawar. They gave me the name of a couple hotels that do not notify the police. And then if they don't notify the police and you stay away from the military installations, you can run under the radar. But the issue with Peshawar, it's maybe 50 minutes, an hour from the Torkham border crossing with Afghanistan. It's one of the only places foreigners can roll in if you want to check out Afghanistan. quite a few people are going into Afghanistan. Me, I've strongly considered it, but I don't think I want to roll in there with my VA card and my retired military ID card. Might not be a good thing. But in Peshawar, you can pick up $100. You pick up a visa, catch a cab to Torkham border, go through the border, and boom, you're in Afghanistan. Hire somebody on the other side and roll into Kabul. So, anyway, so we're kind of back out on the main drag. So over there in the median strip, you got guys with shovels, picks, jackhammers. You can roll by and hire those guys to come and jackhammer something. This guy's a painter. He's even got the paint scheme. You know, you can pick out your color. He's got brushes. Hi, assalamu alaikum. So it kind of reminds me of the guys that hang out in the shadows at Home Depot. You know, and you can pick them up and take them to your house and do asbestos abatement, I guess. I don't know, I'm joking. But, yeah, we're just doing our thing here.